this working? I think this is working. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Hello! Hi, guys! Welcome to the stream! It's been forever. Hmm? Yeah, it's been forever. Honestly, it's been so long that my brain just doesn't know. So, hi! Hello, everybody who's been popping in. Thank you for the well wishes and all the hopes and everything. I really do appreciate it. I'm so glad that some of you are still peeking in, even when I'm not super active anymore. No, it's not because of the donathon. It's not because of the donathon, but I will admit that I have been getting overwhelmed. I wouldn't say it is entirely, burnout? Burnout wouldn't be the case. Burnout is like a little bit too extreme of what will be going on. But also at the same time, my issues are very complicated. Or at least my entire situation is. But like, I want to like start with just saying hello, hi, anyone who's watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for not leaving me or abandoning me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really want to do more stuff. But, I want to say, I'm overwhelmed, okay? So, why am I overwhelmed? We can talk about that soon. But I want to give you guys a summary. Yes, I'm doing okay. I'm doing 100% fine. My streaming equipment is still high quality and all that kind of, or not high quality, but it's still usable and all that kind of stuff. And I still am using the same type of stuff. VTube Studio, OBS Studio. I still have issues, the typical issues of like, hey, your audio's too loud, or hey, your audio's too quiet. And so I was like, yeah, I know, don't worry about it. And I also had, wow, the issue of money. I had the issue of money too. That exists. Money issues still exist. And so I'm gonna go down with the list of all my issues that's going on right now. They're not super duper duper whooper bad. Hopefully they all have good sides to them. Last time I remember they do. But hopefully they all have good sides to them. Like, hopefully they all do. And so, I will say that for starters, yes, I'm overwhelmed. And it's not in like a super duper whooper bad thing, but it's like more of a, oh my god, so much is going on kind of thing. Like, you kind of sit here and go, hi Ravi, welcome to the stream. It is a just chatting stream or a ZATUSDON stream if you know Japanese culture and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna be talking your ear off if you don't mind. If you don't mind talking your ear off, you're more than welcome to stay. If you don't mind that I'm gonna talk your ear off, you're more than welcome to stay. If you don't like that I'm gonna talk your ear off, I'm sorry. I don't want to make you angry, but that's what I'm gonna be doing today. And so, back on to funny topic as I'm still getting things situated and in order. Overwhelmed. The topic of being overwhelmed. So when I say I'm overwhelmed, did I put that on? I have flavored water because I did like a Kool-Aid packet. Right. So we have funny little hydrate redeem. I decided to flavor my water with Kool-Aid. And there's no sugar in it. There is no sugar in this. So it's super tangy. Cherry. Cranberry. The Kool-Aid flavor was called berry cherry. Don't know what it had in it, but it was called berry cherry. And, yeah, I'll probably add sugar to it. For right now, I'm just gonna sip my Pepsi. I had a Pepsi sitting around because I didn't like the super tangy taste. So I need my sugar. I need sugar. But overwhelmed. I'm getting distracted. Peppers! Peppers! I'm getting distracted. But yes, you can hear me. I'm loud. I'm happy and all that kind of stuff. I'm not faking it. I promise I'm not faking it. And I'm not forcing it either. So basically what happened during like the last 2 months was that I got sick in more ways than one. And so that just like killed my motivation. I had dealt with some drama, and other motivation killers. It was just basically 2 months worth of motivation killing. And I'm like, dang. Dang, this hurts. This sucks. Ow. And so, I will say that the reason why I'm overwhelmed is because I've been doing a whole bunch of things. I've been getting myself involved in a lot of things. I love fandom related stuff. I am a fandom focused person. And I like the idea of getting involved in a community, being accepted by that community, and being recognized by said community. Even if it's a community, I created a community, I joined, all that kind of stuff. But I like fandoms. And one thing about me is that I yap a lot. I yap a lot, but I yap about things most people usually don't know. Like, for example, you guys were absolutely clueless when I kept yapping about Umamunsine and real-life racehorsing stuff. Well, that's because racehorsing things is not an internet thing half the time. Unless you really are in Japan. In America, horse racing and anything related to like, big animals is usually either like a zoo thing, like a zoo-only thing, or a farm-only thing, country-only thing. But, like, that's not the case for horse racing in Japan. Horse racing in Japan is a city thing that is widely popular. And so, that's what I was going off of. Because I'm a city girl. In real life, I am a city girl. I may be in America, but I am a city girl, and I love horses. But all the horse-loving people, they're not on the internet. If they are on the internet, they're usually children who likes to play horse games like Star Stable. And I'm like, I can't play Star Stable all the time. I can't do that. I like anime. I like action. I like MMORPGs. I like all that. I don't want to just be I don't want to be a human constantly riding on a horse. And all that kind of stuff. Because, like, it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. It's kind of boring for me. Like, I literally streamed Star Stable before. And Star Stable has got to a point where it's like, ugh, I actually don't want to open this game anymore. I spent over $1,000 on this game. I don't want to open it anymore. I just want to sell the account. But yeah, so I kind of liked way too many uncommon things. I'm the type of person where if I like something popular, it's usually very late. Like maybe I hop onto the Sonic fan hype like 15 years later, because that's technically what it is that Sonic is like 15 years old, I believe. But I never really expressed how much I like Sonic. And here I am being like, oh yeah, I'm a Sonic fan. You're 15 years late. Yashin, you're 15 years late. So either I'm very late or I like something that barely anyone else knows about. And they're just like, huh? Huh? That's great and all, but huh? I don't understand. Anyway. And I have that situation where the people I talk to about the things I like, they won't understand it and they won't bother to understand it. They'll just let me talk about it. And then they'll try to redirect the topic to what they know about. And so I may be talking to you guys happily about horses and Illuminsine. But then you're going to be like, huh? Okay, Yashin. Anyway, let's talk about pizza and Monster Hunter. And I'm going to be like, oh, okay. But if I find someone who's like, oh, yes, me talks about Illuminsine. Me talks about horses. The other person, oh, talks back about all that, feeds in more information, and then we keep chattering and chattering on and on. That's the type of people I'm looking for, and that's kind of what I usually get with fandoms. Is that we all like this thing that is not common. And so I'm just a very big fandom person. It's not like I exist. I don't want to exist in limbo. I don't want to exist in limbo. So I'd rather exist with a fandom. I'd rather have a ID tag or identity kind of slapped onto me. I want to be categorized. I really do. I want to be put in a category. Because that category can help me with my identity. And I have identity issues. I always have been. Hence why I change VTubers a lot. Or hence why I struggle to fit in. Why I struggle to make genuine friends. I'm like, It's easy to make surface level friends. It's not easy to make genuine friends that'll stick by you through thick and thin for multiple months, if not years. The longest friendship I ever had was like just a year. Literally just a year. And even then we don't see each other often. And it's not in real life either, it's on the internet. It's on the internet on VR chat. But I'm overwhelmed by juggling a lot of things. And fandom stuff is what I juggle with. Is that I struggle with trying to acquire skills, like desirable skills, achievements, reputational gain, and what I like to call all this is a portfolio. I like to say everything I do is a portfolio. Because I want to achieve categories. Like, for example, I want to be a 2D artist for a game development company, maybe. Well, guess what? I can't be a... Game development companies will not accept me if I have no art to show. They're not going to just commission me if I have no examples for them to judge. Same thing for, like, voice acting. If they don't know what I bring to the table, why should they bring me? And so, same thing for VTuber agencies. All that kind of stuff. So, everything from what I can tell, unless you have a school degree, like a degree in something, you need to have a portfolio. You need to have an example. And so, everything I do is kind of trying to make a portfolio. Even though I'm very bad at it. I'm very bad at it. We don't talk about how bad I am at portfolio making, but I am bad at portfolio making. Because I get distracted so easily. Nothing's diagnosed, so I can't say if it's ADHD. But, like, I'm hyper. I'm all over the place. I have short-term memory focus. Like, I will think about one thing or look at something, and then my brain hardwires to something else random. And I'm like, ooh! Piece of candy! Ooh, piece of candy! Ooh, piece of candy! Ooh, chocolate! I'm kind of like that. That actually does happen, too. Like, somebody might be talking to me, and I might suddenly shout, "Oh, anime!" and then run to it. It happened earlier today, actually. And I feel so bad. Boop! Ah! Hi, Solar Chaz! Welcome to the chat! Look at the stream! And so... I will say that I'm juggling a lot of things. I'm trying to get back into drawing. I'm trying to get back into voice impressions. I'm trying to get back into singing. I'm also trying to get back into, in a way, role-playing. And I'm not sure what else I'm trying to get back into. Maybe dancing. But I'm trying to get back at your EP. Why are you EP? Wait, why are you here then? Go to sleep. Go to sleep! You need to go to sleep. You should not be on here. You should take care of your health. Coming from someone who doesn't take care of their health. But it's 3:30. Oh. Are you trying to fix your sleep schedule? I want to save enough money to diagnose that properly, though. Because I remember one time long ago that I said I may have symptoms based on what other people have been telling me. And then someone kind of aggressively said, hey, you're not allowed to claim this or say you might have it in any way, shape, or form until you can verify that this is officially diagnosed by the government or by a doctor. And I'm like, but what? Oh, okay. I mean, I said I might because someone said I might have symptoms. And they said, nope. Until then, don't mention it. Like, they were kind of like that. They were like, hey, you can't say anything about this. You may think you have ADHD, but you're not allowed to self-diagnose. And I'm like, I'm not self-diagnosing, though. Other people who says they have ADHD think I might have it. But they're like, nope. Until you get a proper diagnosis from a doctor, you can't say anything. And I'm like, oh, okay. But what if I feel like I have the right to? Then we'll ban you from the server, from the Discord server. And I'm like, what? Huh? And so that happened to me before. And so I'm always scared to say something like that. I'm very scared to claim I have anything. So I always tell people that it's not diagnosed. But I am hyper. I am unpredictable. I choose more normal words. Nowadays, I've been hardwired to choose normal words. Because if I choose diagnosed words, that might get someone upset. I don't know how many people think that way. I don't know if there's multiple people out there who'll be like, hey, Yashin is self-diagnosing herself for clout and attention. And so I'm like, wait, so I could get canceled for self-diagnosing? And so I'm scared of that. So I just say, hey, I'm hyperactive, I have short attention span, and sometimes my energy just goes up and down, up and down. Yeah, unpredictability. Unpredictability, I'm super loud. I'm easily excitable. All that kind of stuff. It's peer diagnosed. Honestly, like if you're in like a welcoming or accepting environment, yeah, it's not a big deal. But if you're in an environment that has people who are like, hey, the law is above everything. Like the law is the final say in the matter. Because the doctors are under the government and the government is law. And so if the government doesn't approve of you, then you can't say it kind of mindset. I met people like that. That's the type of person I think they were. And that's why they were telling me, hey, don't diagnose yourself. Don't self-diagnose. That's unhealthy and that's toxic and that's problematic. And I'm like, okay, I'll be quiet. But I'm juggling a lot of different things and I'm falling behind from it. So the thing that I listed off, again, I'm getting back into drawing, like seriously drawing. I'm trying to get back into seriously drawing. Maybe even I hope to open up commissions one day. I'll read back in the chat, by the way. I'll hopefully open up commissions one day for simple pieces of artwork. But I lost all confidence. I'm very self-conscious. But I got back into drawing. I've been enjoying drawing. I've rediscovered how it feels to draw for yourself. So I'm doing that. Then I'm also, I may not be making song covers, but I'm singing. I am singing for myself. I'm singing casually. You guys hear me sing on string all the time, but like I'm singing. And over time, I'm trying to regain confidence to work on my video. And so, maybe one day I'll work on that video, but like, the animation and drawing part of it is what scares me. Because, wow, so many frames. I might just pick one of my art side commission and just slap it on there. I might just do that, honestly. Because I saw one of my friends, Ruffles Mazoy, who did that for his song cover. And it actually looked pretty good. So I might ask him to do that for me. I'm not sure. Then, role-playing. Role-playing is like acting out a character, all that kind of stuff. That actually was a thing I grew up doing. 12 plus years I've been role-playing. Both textually and on VR chat. So live action roleplay and normal roleplay. I love doing that. And so basically during performance, physical performance for entertainment, I really like doing. And voice impressions. The way I see it is that I don't get paid. I have never gotten money for voice acting, quote unquote, or my voice impressions. And so I don't see myself as a real voice actor. Until I get money or until the voice related role or voice acting related role has money to it, and it's me giving a character a custom voice rather than mimicking what's pre-existing. So for example, speaking like Ruby Rose, it's a little bit hard for me right now, but yay! Anyway, or Fly, or my name is Ruby Rose, and ooh, right, hydrate, yeah. But Ruby Rose from Ruby, by Rooster Teeth. I will say, I've got accepted into the voice project for that. I talked about it before. I had an issue with it before, but now things have been cleared up a little bit. But I will say, I always get my voice lines late. I will admit to that. I do get my voice lines pretty late. And so I always do my voice lines at the last minute because I prioritize everything else before that. And so what do I prioritize over the voice acting thing or the voice impressions thing? Well, aside from looking for another project because of my obsession with pressure, I want to voice Sebastian Solis. Which, if I were to show you guys my Sebastian Solis voice, I think you guys would hate me. So I'm not going to do it. I'm very scared because he's a male. He's a male character with a somewhat raspy and deep-ish voice. And so it might scare you guys because you guys are used to me being high-pitched and happy. And then you're going to hear a deep male voice. You're going to be like, oh my God, Yasha's a fake. No, I'm actually a girl. I'm just trying really hard to sound like a guy. But aside from that, with the why my voice line's late, it's also the fact that I'm still part of a passion project game development group. I left the My Little Pony branch of it, which is the main branch of this passion project game dev team, and I switched over to this new branch, this smaller branch, where it involves steampunk anthropomorphic animals and an island. I'm the 2D artist. Well, one of the 2D artists, but I'm also a art lead. I am a department leader, or at least a team leader, because we're not really a company or anything. We're not getting paid for this. But there's so much, the motivation has dropped so hard that it makes it feel like I'm being overworked because I'm the only artist left that is willing to, like, draw beyond sketches. Like, an artist that's willing and ready to, like, draw icons, do art, all that kind of stuff, do the concept art for the environment and the characters, promo art. I'm the only one. I'm the team leader. The rest of my team decided to quietly or silently leave me without notifying me why. And so I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. And so I'll admit to this one. This one stresses me out. The game dev team stresses me out to the point where I don't really want to continue working unless I'm getting paid or unless the benefits get better. And so it's one of those things of, oopsie daisy. Do I keep making myself still work? Do I keep making myself still make art for this project, this passion project? Or do I step down and leave entirely? Because it's not giving me any immediate benefit. And I've been thinking about it, but I've been telling myself to stick to it. I'm stubborn, okay? I feel like if I work hard enough, things will come to fruition, or things will be worth it. But I will tell you, every time I open up the Discord server for the game dev team, my motivation gets killed. Because it's so dead. It is so dead. And I'm like, man, no one cares about this project anymore. And so I just don't know about that one. But that, apparently, I'm prioritizing over voice impressions and art And it's like, dang, I'm so busy. Because they host meetings once every Saturday. I have a role play session that happens 2 hours later. And then if I'm busy with anything else prior, my entire week is basically filled. Almost every single week. I don't get breaks anymore. I'm not getting paid for any of this either. I don't get breaks though. And so that's why I've been busy, is that I've been getting busier. Cause this is overwhelmed. This is literally just the overwhelmed topic. Hello, Fire Breathing Tunnel Dragon Jeweler. Welcome back. Also, yes, it really does suck. I want to keep going for the project, but it's like if no one else is interested in like actually committing to it as much as I want to, then I start not wanting to commit to it because I don't want to feel like I'm being overworked. I'm not even getting paid. Nope. None of the things I'm doing, I'm getting paid for. I'm not getting paid for streaming. I'm not getting paid for drawing. I'm not getting paid for singing. I'm not getting paid for role playing. I'm not getting paid for being an artist, like a 2D dev. Like, I'm not getting paid for that. None of it. All of it's for free. Freelance is what I think is what's called. Freelance? No, just free. Free labor, passion project. The passion project. They're all passion projects. And the passion is dying for one of them. But it's the biggest project I ever took on that I'm kind of too scared to leave. And so that's my dilemma, is that the dev team project is the biggest project I ever had. I worked really hard for it. I had to go through applications, screening, all that kind of stuff. And here it is, just kind of slowly falling apart. And I'm like, huh. And so I'm still staying there. I'm still staying there. Because why? Because I think it'll be worth it in the end. But yeah, I'm overwhelmed with all that kind of stuff. Hence why I'm struggling to be consistent again. Wow. And so that's going on. It's not worth it. I can understand that. But at the same time, it took me so long to get in. It took me so much effort to get in. And it's like, ah. And it's so easy to just throw it all away. It may be hard to achieve it, but it's so hard to get it back once you throw it away. And it's like, man, I'm not winning with this, am I? So I've been busy with all that. Technically have little to no time to myself. Except for like a few hours of the week. But I also gotten busier. I may have been busy in the past. I'm busier now. And the reason is I'm trying to find a real job. None of the VTuber groups or agencies are wanting to accept me. Or I don't have any skills to give them that separates me from everyone else. And so my application gets denied. Well, I can't just be sitting here waiting on VTuber agencies and groups to finally one day say, hey, we'll give Yashin a chance. I can't do that. And my mother, Mama Yashin, gave me a thing. She gave me an opportunity. In 1.5 years from now, if I can find and maintain a job, my mom will retire. Like, she's about to retire in 1.5 years from now. If I can find a job within that time, she will give me her house. She actually owns a condo. But because the rent for the condo has gone up and she's single, she couldn't pay on her own. So she's living with a friend who helps pay the money with her, aka a roommate. That's how we've been kind of middle class for a while, or else we would have been poor. And so she is gonna give me the condo at half the rent. So the rent would be $2,000. She'll start the rent off for me at $500. Then over time, the longer I live there, the more they'll add the rent. So from $500 to maybe $750, $1,000, then $125 until we get the full rent done, $2,000 a month. But that's the thing. It'll be my home. She wants to give me my own home. She wants to also rent a car for me. But that's all in 1 year and half, in 1.5 years from now. Not immediately, but in 1.5 years. And only if I get a real job. Because VTubing is not a real job to her. She doesn't understand it. Anything on the internet is technically not considered a real job. She's very old school. Everyone in the house is old school except for me. I'm like the only person who understands technology to that extent. So I have to get a real job. And VTubing's not cutting it. Like, I can be a VTuber right now. I'm a VTuber right now. I still want to be a VTuber. But what I mean is that unless I'm lucky and I get in the Hololive, Nijisanji, or other big agencies that actually pay you, that's gonna take longer. That's gonna take forever unless I'm super duper lucky. And at this point, I came to terms with that might never be possible. But that will not stop me from sending in applications. That will not stop me from sending in applications. Niji still pays their people, though. Niji-sanji still pays their people. Yes, I know it's controversial, but they pay their people, from what I remember. They're an actual company that has to pay their people minimum. I think, yeah, they have to pay their people minimum. So, just anything that can. So basically, the requirement is not how healthy the job is, but if the job can give me a consistent paycheck. I need the job to give me a consistent paycheck so I can withstand paying the bills. And so, I just have to find something. And so far the only good sources of money is real life jobs, getting super popular with your hobbies, or magic and luck. And I don't have that right now, and so I'm trying to find a real job. And so I've been spending less time on the internet, doing my thing, and more on the internet for also health insurance. Yeah. They also offer that. But I've been using my internet time to AFK or idle in various games that I find comfort in. Because, I like listening to their music sometimes. But I mostly do it so I can do job searches. I've been job hunting for a while now. And so that's why I've also been super duper whooper inactive. Is I'm job searching. Let's just say jobs really have a habit of ignoring me. Don't you love it when a job says they would love to hire you, but then a week later you just get nothing but dead silence and cricket noises? Yeah, that's me. That's my experience for the past month. Not fun. Not fun. And so I just been going on. Yeah, it's some Roblox music. Some Roblox music is so nice it actually puts me to sleep. And so whenever I'm feeling stressed, I might have VR chat or Roblox music playing, and I just. So yeah. But yeah, it's not fun. It is not fun at all. But that's what I'm going through. I'm trying really hard. That's what I'm going through. I will still try and apply for VTuber stuff. But it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. And so, like I said, remember when I talked about portfolios? Portfolios makes it easier to get a job. I don't have a portfolio. I do not have a modern, up-to-date portfolio that is of acceptable quality. That's also hindering my chances of getting a job. In any way, shape, and form. It's hindering my chances of getting a job for VTubing because they want skill. VTubers want skill. And so, if you can't have skill, no. We ain't letting you in. I'm still a little sick because I'm a little stuffy. And it's still autumn. Autumn and winter sucks, but mostly autumn for me. But yeah, I've been working on getting a job. I got a wonderful offer. I'll have my own place to stay, live at, all that kind of stuff in 1.5 years. I just need to get a job. And so that's what I've been distracted by, is getting a job. So I'm sorry that I haven't been streaming for long because of that. I would love to get back into streaming again. I just really hope my luck turns around for all that kind of stuff. And so because of that, yeah, I'm going to be working really hard. You guys can still chat with me though. If you guys want to, I can do what some VTubers do and have a chat room stream. I don't know if Twitch banned this. I heard rumors that they did. Don't know if YouTube did it too. But there's like a thing where you can just have a never-ending pending stream or never-ending upcoming stream. And it's literally just a chat room. Literally, you can just mindlessly chat in there as if you're in Discord or something. Because I'm telling you right now, I do not have time to open up a Yashin Discord server. I don't. I really don't. I do not have that. And so, I think it was a thing, but I don't know if it has to be programmed specifically. But I think it's easiest on YouTube, not exactly on Twitch. So I could do one for YouTube. But I would love to run a Discord server sometime in the future. But right now, I can't do that. I cannot do that. I don't have time. I've never been able to have time. And it's gotten worse with having no time. But I'm still kicking strong. I'm still pushing. I'm just very quiet. I'm very sad, though, that I've been losing followers on Twitter and subscribers on YouTube. I've literally seen a small drop in subscribers, and I'm like, no! No! I'm sorry, but my health is bad, but no! And so, why are you guys leaving me? Traitors! But also, I still don't have enough watch hours to monetize my YouTube, so you guys still can't donate to me. You guys still can't donate through YouTube, but you can donate through Twitch and other links. That's why I still have that link down there. You see this link? Yeah, I put that there for a reason. It's because I need 3,000 watch hours by the end of this year, and I only had like roughly 100 or 200 watch hours. Or maybe 600, I don't remember. But it's nowhere near 3,000. And so YouTube is going to wipe all of that soon, and I have to start from zero again. So all that progress, zilch. Zilch. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, new year, hopefully for sure. I will say though, I am still rebranding. And here's why I am rebranding. Remember when I mentioned fandoms? Let's just say that my experience as a horse girl and umansune person gradually started hurting me. I started gradually getting hurt. It was fun in the beginning. It was amazing. It was magical. But then it started to become painful. I'm not going to go into the gist of it because I don't know who's watching me. Because I don't check lurkers. I respect that lurkers want to lurk. But let's just say that, like, it doesn't feel the same anymore. It doesn't feel worth it. It feels more like a chore rather than enjoyment to be umansune and horse related. Whenever I look at this model right now, I get very painful memories. I get very painful memories. It's actually very painful right now to still call myself Yashin. It's very painful right now to call myself a horse. It's very painful right now to be categorized with that. And I just completely want to close the door. Respectfully, I want to completely close the door. It was a wonderful journey that I've experienced the best I could. I made memories. I made laughs. I made situations happen. But you know how when a VTuber in a you know how when like maybe a company-owned VTuber kind of has so many ideas, so many plans, so many wishes, so many dreams, and for some reason, none of them can come true. Just somehow, like, the corporation or the agency the VTuber works for has all these dreams and they're just mysteriously never coming true. And so the VTuber has to repeatedly say, I'm sorry, this can't happen. I'm sorry, maybe another time. I'm sorry, this has been postponed. Sorry, this has been delayed. Sorry, this has been canceled. Well, that's me. I'm not owned by a company. But it's just the fact that I haven't found the people who are willing to work with me in what I want to do. Because I'm a very social person. I'm a group person. I don't like doing things by myself. But it also hurts more when no one wants to do it with you. And it's not like saying chat doesn't count. I'm not saying that. Chat, you're wonderful. You guys are wonderful. You're very supportive. You guys are very helpful. But when you want to, like, do something that is related to your brand, but then no one that matches or can help your brand is willing to, you know, be your friend or be your proper friend, it kind of hurts. I basically feel like I'm the only one. And then it also feels like the room goes quiet whenever I speak. And it's not in a good way. It's like the quiet of, we kind of don't want you here, Yashin. Kind of quiet. And so I haven't felt positive reinforcement from these people. Oh my god, 52 essays, I just doing a debt. Welcome, Lucian. Jesus. I thought you left the VTuber community. Hi. Look at this stream though. But yeah, basically long story short, I had amazing friends. No, you're fine. You have your own life. Do not think you need to dedicate to yourself. To me. But yeah, it's like spending time in a friend group only to realize that the friend group never saw you as a friend. Or it never felt like it was a friend. Or, well, basically, I was not fully accepted like how I wanted to be. And so because of that, I'm like, you know what? It was great being in this friend group while it lasted, but I need to go. And so that's why I'm saying I'm rebranding. Because my entire VTuber identity was dedicated to this entire friend group, this entire niche. I like fandoms, okay? This is not a bad thing to like fandoms. People say it's a bad thing, but in my opinion, I don't think it is. What might be bad is that if you want to make a friend group out of anything, it can be fandom, it could be hobby, it could be workspace, it could be you just where you are. But if you're trying to make a friend group, you also need to be ready for when that friend group might not be the friend group for you. And that's kind of my situation here. Anything related to horses, if I try to make a friend group related to horses, in any way, shape, and form, from Inland Cine to just general horse lovers or horse VTubers, it won't work. It wasn't satisfying me. Because what I'm looking for, I wouldn't say is constant attention, but is to not be overshadowed. And that's how I felt. I felt overshadowed by so many people. I felt like I had to compete for equal acknowledgement. And I can't bring that up to them. I can't bring that up to anyone properly, really. It's just one of those, hey, I don't feel good enough. And none of you, and it just kind of is hard to believe that I am when I focus on visual proof. You can say whatever you want to me, but your actions speak louder than words to me. And so the actions spoke more of, yeah, I'm just here. I'm just another one. And that hurt. It really did hurt. And so I can't really look at this with a smile anymore. I love to keep VTubing. VTubing's amazing. I love being a content creator. Just, I think horses has got to go. Horses just not it for me. There's way too many bad memories, way too many bad feelings, and I don't want to feel bitter while trying to enjoy something else. And so that's why I'm saying I'm rebranding. I'm closing the door. I'm closing the door on that old chapter, trying to make a new one. The hard part is making thumbnails. Thumbnails. I hate it. Have you seen my struggle with thumbnails lately? It sucks. Thumbnails suck. I don't feel motivated to take more screenshots. I'll just horror from the depths of the sea. Unfortunately, all the people who liked Party Dash, they also didn't invite me to it. Thumbnails are hard! I still would appreciate any suggestions. I really do. It's just that it might be difficult for me to implement them because I'm picky. I have a weird preference. It's like, I don't have Party Dash and no one really, like, I don't have Party Dash, but because I didn't get it when it was like first brought out, because I told everybody, I don't want to spend that much money. I thought it was going to be under 30 bucks because it's a party game. I didn't think for them. I didn't think it would be, like, AAA games level of price. And I'm like, really? Games, you're a Japanese country and this is your first game you released to America? 50 bucks? Nice way to introduce yourself. And so I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. And so I'm waiting on a sale. I would love to play Party Dash. I love party games. Like literally, there's other party games I don't remember. But I love them. I love party games. Throw a party game my way. Give me like 3 other people to play with. We're playing. We are playing. And so it's just unfortunate. Too expensive, and because I wasn't willing to spend that much money as soon as it was fully released or even pre-ordered, I got left behind. Again, it's just a case of actions spoke louder than words. Ooh. Hi, thank you for the raid. With how many? Oh my god. Hi, thank you. Yeah, I want to do 100% orange juice again. 100% orange juice. Ah! Hello, Yuki Kaiju. Or you Kaiju. Blah, 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 blah. I'm so sorry for doing your name wrong. I'm doing all right. I am yapping everyone's ear off. And I don't know when someone will tell me to shut up yet. But definitely we'll do 100% orange juice again. 100, like, absolutely 110%. Yeah! We got people. I want to make sure everybody's name is proper. I don't have Steam Link. What is Steam Link at? Wait. Steam Link? Isn't that a console? Wait. What is Steam Link? I swear I use it. Steam Link? What? Oh! That might work. There's also the other thing I did with Rain World where you like invite someone to play with you kind of thing. Bite into the avocado. So that could work. Tachyon Agnes Tachyon! I can't wait. I'm waiting for Twin Turbo. Twin Turbo is literally me. She is literally me. She's short, she's feisty, she's loud, and she's stupid. I feel stupid, okay? I feel like I'm a stupid person. Mad scientist. Funny enough, when I was going to, I wanted to admit something I feel ashamed of. I may or may not have joined a roleplay as a mad scientist. And people say I'm scary as her. Because here's a twist with the mad scientist character that I made. She's also a serial killer. How is she gonna get her test subjects or her lab rats when no one's willing to? Unless they are forced. Alright, see you! Serial killer! Serial killer scientist! And so I kind of like the idea of being a mad scientist because oddly enough, it's also in a very, it's in a somewhat unethical SCP alternate universe where the normal SCP universe is mostly ethical, like ethics and morals is upheld in SCP universe. But in this roleplay, it's kind of like a dystopia where the SCP Foundation has thrown morals out the window. And they have given governmental permission to be unethical. To do very bad things. And that's where my scientist comes in. Because she's part of that universe. And she gets paid lots of money for it too. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of potions and vials and stuff on her coat. She has like a deranged look in her eye, and she had like this... she has such a weird snark to her. And so, whenever you are up in line for being the next experiment, she is more than happy to work with you. And let's just say you won't be the same once she's done with you. But she will have fun doing it. And that's how she sounds as well. That is the voice I give her. That is also the voice I give her. She's a wonderful lady. Trust, she's a wonderful lady. Mad scientist girl, my beloved. And so, I wanted to do that for my new version of myself. Like my rebrand. Because Pressure is also a science facility. But instead of it being above ground, it's underwater. So imagine if my mad scientist girl got experimented on herself on accident and became a giant sea monster VTuber. Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, well. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I dropped my vials again. So I was thinking of something like that. Maybe I might go for it. But like at the moment, it's just, hey, I'm kind of in limbo right now with rebranding. But I want to be a giant sea monster. I may want to be a giant sea monster, or I want to be a cowgirl snake woman. Because if you guys seen the event on the Posse and the Plague, honey, I will be completely honest with you. Having a country accent like this is honestly pretty fun. Especially when you can make it a little bit too deep. And then people are going to be like, huh? Can you repeat that? But my goodness, I will say, doing something like this is really enjoyable. And it was enjoyable back when I was doing it during the Posse and the Plague. Though I'll admit, I also was juggling the high-pitched voice. Not because it's unnatural. No, the high-pitched voice is definitely natural. But I will say, having a country accent does not feel right when it's high-pitched. When you do something that's high-pitched like this, you kind of sound like you're an idiot. You kind of sound like those, like, very idiotic Bessie characters. Like, oh yeah, I'm a dumb person. I'm a dumb country girl just trying to do my things. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. So I try and sound a little bit more smarter, as if I have a head on my shoulders. And usually the ones that have a deeper voice but still have that accent usually are the more smarter country characters. Especially the ones that can actually think faster than they can move. So, I don't know. I don't know if you guys can handle me being a country girl VTuber. Every stream it has that accent. I have my friends on VR chat, they'll be like, they couldn't be around me in a positive way without like fanning over it. Not like a creepy way, but they're like, oh my gosh, you fit that accent so well that it's honestly scary. And I'm like, wait, seriously? Now, honey, don't be lying to me. Seriously? And so, I don't know, it's super fun. There's so many things that is fun. I can get used to it. Oddly enough, I am from the South in America. I'm not telling you specifically where, but I am from the South. I was born and raised down here, but apparently I sound like, I don't know, I don't sound Southern. I naturally don't sound Southern. It's kind of weird. I sound a little nasally naturally, but like, I don't sound Southern. Unless the accent's just very weak. But I hear no accent in me. If I had a nickel for every giant sea monster in my friend group, I have 2 nickels, assuming you go with that rebrand, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. But yeah, I'm rebranding to something that might make me happier. Something that I'm more comfortable with, etc., etc., etc. So that's what I hope to do. It's going to take a long time, though. It will take a very long time. I have still yet to sell any of my models that I don't use, too. I have quite a few models, and I don't know how to advertise them well enough to sell them. Because I kind of got ripped off with every model I own right now. Like, ripped off. R.I.P. Rest in peace. All in due time. I could do it right now. I could technically recklessly put these models up for sale right now and see who's willing to buy them at some point. Which is that I'm still angry at myself for underpricing my Yuya Momori model. That purple-haired phantom girl. Yeah, she was actually meant to go for over $1,000. I sold her for slightly under $800. Or slightly under $900. There we go. Like $862? Yeah. I did not get my full money's worth. And now I technically can't get her back. I technically can't get her back unless I do a little bit of a questionable thing that might make people look at me badly. And I don't want people to look at me all bad. I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to be mean. But, you know, if companies and the law allows you to do it, then what's preventing you from doing it? Morals. So I'm like, okay, morals. That makes sense. So just, I gotta make up that lost money somehow. But yeah, I have some models. One of them's 200, but it doesn't look like it's worth 200, honestly. But yeah, I have a lot of things I need to do. Oh, excuse me, that was soda. Wah! Drinking my hydrate juice. Hydrate juice drunk. What was I on again? Right, rebranding. Well, I was finishing up the rebranding. But yeah, I will rebrand. Horse will be no longer, but that doesn't stop me from enjoying horse-related things. Star Stable is free. I will start over with, like, my accounts and everything. Everything I own will be strictly free. It will be strictly free. No gifted, no, like, codes or anything. All free. All base free. And so I'm going to start with that. Because that's something else. I'm going to go back to Overwhelmed, but Overwhelmed 2, Part 2. The me being overwhelmed with, like, different skills is Part 1. This is Part 2. I had too many games. I know you guys want me to play certain games you guys really like, but I'm starting to learn something. Have you guys noticed I struggle with picking a game to stream? It's not because I'm unpredictable. It's not because I don't know. It's because there's too many. There's too many options, and I'm learning over time that I don't do well with too many options. I do better if my options are limited and gradually gets bigger. Hence why I prefer being a completionist, where I finish a game, like 100% it, and then I move on to the next. I can't do, oh yeah, you have 50 plus games available in your Steam library. And so it's like, oh my gosh, I have over 50 plus games on Steam alone, let alone the 30 plus. That is a thing. That is a thing. I debated on doing that. Half the games I have available now are games I don't like. I've either gotten burnt out of them, or my preferences have changed so drastically that half of these games will put me out of my comfort zone, and you would see that I won't be enjoying the game. You will see that I am forcing myself to play the game if the wheel decided. Like, for example, Borderlands. I am sorry to all you Borderlands fans, but I'm never touching Borderlands games. But there's a Borderlands game in my library right now. Imagine if the wheel touched that. I'm going to be very unhappy. I'll probably try and be entertaining as much as I can, but I will be very unhappy. In all honesty, I'd rather give the Borderlands game to someone else. But unfortunately, I don't have anyone who's willing to, like, play on my account. Or, like, I don't have a code to give it away. So at the moment, it's just kind of sitting there collecting dust for 3+ years now. Yeah, so that's why I'm not thinking about the wheel. Because it just, overall, there's too much. There is too much for me, and my preferences are so picky and so limited at the moment that at that point, might as well just start over. Not like start over, but like might as well see what limit I can put on and then working my way up from there. Because I think I've taken too many big leaps. I have taken too many big leaps, and I haven't taken enough small steps. And that's why I'm kind of fumbling around with everything. Yeah. So I will think about the wheel, but not for all these games. Not for all these games. There's too many games I don't like. They're sitting in my Steam deck alone, or my Steam library alone. But we don't consider the Epic Games ones. We don't consider the Roblox ones. We don't consider the standalones. We don't consider the consoles. I have over 100 games in this house under my suggestion. What? I have so many games, I don't even remember half of them. Like, remember when I was listing off all the games for my console? Like my PlayStation 3 console? Yeah! It's been over 7 years since I touched any of them. Over 7 years. Honestly, I was debating on selling all those games to GameStop. Sure, it won't be a lot of money, but at least I'll get something. Because I'm not touching those games anymore. I literally don't do consoles anymore either. Like, I don't do PlayStation. I don't do Xbox. I don't do, like, anything like that. It has always been on this computer. Always computer. Only computer. Welcome back! Also, what's aspirations? But yeah, I don't do console. So I'm thinking of selling my PlayStation 3 and my PlayStation... And a week old talk, I don't know any better. I try eBay, but like no one buys on eBay. I literally have a Red Dead Redemption 2 game. It's in perfect condition. It is in good condition. The only issue is that it doesn't have the case anymore. But it's a full Red Dead Redemption 2 full edition game. On sale on eBay for $60. That's the price I remember buying it for. It has been up for roughly 7 months. And it only just recently relisted. Again, it only recently relisted again. No one buys it. So I will say eBay is very situational. So far, the only successful sales I've been having have been related to my VR kits. So my Valve indexes, my Quest stuff, that's it. That's all that's been sold so far. Anything else has literally been sitting collecting dust on my eBay seller profile. And I'm like, dang, I might need to look somewhere else. So I will have them like double listed on eBay. But if they do sit for too long and I'm not making money out of that, I will sell them to GameStop. Because at least GameStop will immediately buy them. Because I'm not going to wait over a year just for someone to say, hey, I want to buy your game, but I want to bargain for it for like 20% off. Is that okay? I'm like, no. No, I need the money. But yeah, I don't do consoles. And I have like roughly 25 plus console games. For PlayStation 3 alone. I don't even know where my PlayStation 2 games are at. That is also fair. But then I also have my Wii games. I play Wii. I play the Wii. I don't remember how many Wii games I have, but it was like roughly over 30. PlayStation 1? I never had a PlayStation 1. I only had a PlayStation 2 and up. You're lucky. But yeah, I have way too many games. And because I am strictly PC only now, there's so many benefits with PC only. I'm sorry. But like PlayStation 3, like my PlayStation 3 Red Dead Redemption 2 experience, I'm sorry, I am not paying PlayStation Plus just to have the online version. So, I have to pay extra money to play the online. Okay, so the reason why I got Red Dead Redemption 2 was I liked the story, but I found out I like online more. I saw many videos, like many Red Dead Online videos, how crazy players can be with each other. How funny, how amazing, how fun it can be just to exist as your character, and then something crazy happens. I'm like, oh my god, I want that. I love the unpredictability of open world MMORPGs. Especially if you can actively interact with each other. And so randomly having someone just randomly throw a pipe bomb at me, and then I get exploded off my horse, I would be laughing. I'll be laughing. Or stopping my horse and watching someone run away from a bear that's chasing them down the hill. Again, I would be laughing. I would love to stream that. But that's not on my PC. Yeah, you pay so much and get so little out of it, it's not worth it anymore. But I would love to stream Red Dead Online one day. 100%, hands down, doesn't matter. I want to stream it one day. Just, it can't be on console. Unless I have to, I'm not emulating it either. But yeah. I'm planning on selling my console games. And I'm planning on selling my consoles. I don't use them anymore at all. Using only my knife because I had no idea how to use a knife? Or you had no idea how to use a gun? Because I will admit, I agree with you on that one. I had no idea how to use a gun.
I only knew how to use a pistol, and then I struggled to remember some of the mechanics then, even then. Like the Red Dead Sight or Dead Sight or whatever it's called, Deadlock, whatever. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So I forget some of its mechanics, and so it's a little bit weird. But I did not know how to use anything beyond a pistol. If it wasn't a pistol / revolver, I did not want to touch it. I did not want to touch it. So I just ran around as a knife gremlin. Just, kniffy. But yeah, long story short, I love my console games. I would love to, like, buy PC copies. One day, just one day when I get enough money. Because right now, my money is being saved for this promise that my mom gave me now. And rent, future rent. I say a lot. And probably because my mind is going faster than my words. I'm selling my consoles, my console games, because I don't play console anymore. Plus, I don't use Epic Games anymore, so I might be looking into getting rid of my Epic Games stuff. And then, any standalones that don't depend on Steam, I might get rid of those too. It just depends. But I also might restart my Steam account, but still salvage anything that I still like playing. But overwhelmed, part 2, too many games. Too many games, and I don't even play half of them anymore. So I have a preference. I kind of want to stick to it, and I'll gradually expand from my preference over time. Just not really immediately. Just not immediately, or else I'll be like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, moving on from that, and moving on from rebranding and Overwhelmed Part 1, I already mentioned the job thing. Did I mention I'm getting back into art? I mentioned getting back into art. I'm making art that's making me happy. And I'm looking into, like, sharing my art more. Here's the issue, though. I use a program called Ibis Paint X. That's my most comfortable program because I can do it on both my phone and my computer. The only downside would be the fact that I technically don't have enough storage. And because my images are pretty big, you know, like in MB, like there's like 20 MB, 10 MB, 5 MB, all that kind of stuff. Well, I only have 15 GB worth of storage or something like that. And so I've already it's already full. And so every single time I open up the program, it tells me, hey, pay more money to get more storage. And I'm like, no! Ah! And so I can't stream art right now because my phone and my computer, the phone and computer is desynced. And it's impossible to resync it until I get more storage or until I finish my art and delete some of my art progress so that I have less storage issues. No, it's not SD card. It's not SD card thing. So you know how sometimes programs have their own custom cloud storage? That's art. That's Ibis Paint X. Ibis Paint X has a custom cloud storage where they save all your data. Your art history data. So if your art gets ruined, like for example, maybe my phone dies. Yeah, maybe my phone dies, like it got broken, or like I dropped it in water. My phone's broken forever. I can't get my phone back. I can't get my art back. Actually, because it has cloud storage, I can press a click of a button and it can try and retrieve all my art back. Just with a click of a button, it can try and retrieve it back. But it requires space. The app itself stores its own art, but has to require space in itself to retrieve it back. If I don't have enough space, my art doesn't get saved. So if I lose my art, I lose it forever. And some of these art pieces, I've been working really hard now. And so I kind of want to salvage them. But until I minimize the intensity of my art pieces, my cloud storage is forever going to be out of sync. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to sync it up somehow. It's just, I can't promise it'll be perfect. But I would love to stream art again. I really do enjoy that. Even if it's not professional art, or even if it's not perfect art, I would love to stream art again. It was very fun the first time. And I've been getting back into art on my own terms again. Yay! I'm happy. It doesn't feel like a chore that much anymore. It's like gradually becoming more of a hobby than a chore again. And so I'm happy about that. The Donathon. Let's move on to Donathon. I will say, I got progress on some Donathon promises. I'll bring the funny Donathon up. As you can see, Roblox in the corner. Copy. Paste. So funny Donathon. Some of these milestones, yes, you guys are completely right. These milestones were way too cheap. I got overwhelmed very quickly by it, but in a good way. I really do appreciate all the support. But unfortunately, some things happen. Again, I'm closing the door on Elements today. I'm closing the door on that. Which means that knocks out model making. That knocks out anime watch-along. And that knocks out browse subreddit. Hydrate juice. So that knocks out 3 already. The incentives were very cheap. And so I couldn't keep track of who was donating because my YouTube is not sponsored. Because my YouTube is not monetized, there was no easy way to keep track of donations. Of which type. And so the money just kind of flooded onto me. And I'm like, juggling it from here, juggling it from there. Oh, going into here. Oh, okay, thank you. Like, there was no clean way to get all that. And so because of that, I couldn't keep track of who gave the most. But also because there was so much money dumped on at like one given point, it wasn't like slowly given in increments. It also made it difficult to do these incentives, especially with the top 3. It was just all a mess. There's not a lot of rewards I can give either. Plus the chat mod thing. The chat mod thing, the stretch goal got knocked out because the person that I was thinking of having as a chat mod was unavailable for the celebration of it. So we couldn't do that. We're waiting until that person is willing to has more time to dedicate to being a mod first before giving them the mod title. Cause you can't just like give someone who's too busy mod perms. That's kind of a little bit not good. So, live to the reference live. That was taken out because, like I said, Ibis Paint X cloud storage is kind of a little bit buggy right now. And so because of that, there's not enough room to kind of draw live to the reference live. So, I will say the karaoke songs was not possible because I forgot to do it. But just everything that's being done was just too much. There's too many milestones for not enough days. And there's too much money that I couldn't keep track. So the Donathon got a little messed up. That's my fault. Poor planning. And I underestimated everything. I underestimated everything. So I might make a few. I'm gonna redo the Donathon. Not this one. We're gonna still try and commit to as many milestones as possible. But the next time a Donathon comes around, I will try I will try my best to this time organize it properly, price it properly, and maybe by then we will also have my channel monetized. If not, I'm gonna find a way to monetize it anyway. I think the main issue would be to monetize my channel. If my channel was monetized, then I would have gotten a clean source of money that I could properly keep track of. And so it would be better, it would have made everything smoother, I believe. Maybe. That's what I believe. Monetization of my channel, my YouTube channel is important. That's what I believe. And that will make the donathon much smoother. But the donathon will get fixed. The donathon will get fixed. Cause it will help. I do believe in, I do appreciate and accept the hand being lended. Might find a template instead next time. I might try to do that. But also, I'm restarting my videos again. Like my streams. You saw those old videos and streams I put up? Those are the ones that are going to be redone. Well, that's the thing. Even if you told me they were too low, it's because I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself. That's what I mentioned. I underestimated people. I underestimate my value to people. And that's what I was being told. I don't see myself high enough. I have too low self-esteem. I don't have that, like, I don't estimate properly of myself. Because for me, I see myself as someone that doesn't deserve anything. And so it was so surprising. I even cried that you guys were like, no, you deserve everything. Incorrect opinion. Have this, have that. You deserve this. And I'm like, what? No. Oh my God. Ah. And so I just broke every single time because I wasn't ready. I need to build confidence. And I need to find ways to make it easier to accept said confidence. Because at the end of the day, I'm also scared of having too much confidence to where people confuse me for entitlement and selfishness. I also don't want to be confused for like an entitled and selfish person. Because I like to be caring. I like to be considerate. Everything I do is because I consider everyone. Even if you're like a very bad person, I still consider you the best I can. Or at least I try to. And so, it was a lot. It was a lot of reasons why this did not go as clean as I wished. But we're gonna fix it. We are going to fix it. Donathons will probably strictly happen only during the week of my birthday. And the milestones will be properly done. So, I'll let Kazu teach me properly. I let Kazu teach me how to do that properly, and we'll get to work on it over time. So yeah, we're gonna fix the donathon. That also means I wouldn't say I'm restarting my channels, but I'm gonna find a way to, again, the rebrand, the donathon, getting my things cleaner, more organized. That takes a while. And so I kind of didn't want to stream, because the more streams I make, the more work I have to go through. And I technically haven't started. I've just been planning and planning and planning. But yeah, I could do a soft reboot. I have been considering doing a soft reboot. Though I still don't believe I should do a debut. Maybe I should do a debut? I'm not sure. But definitely some kind of reboot. Some kind of reboot. Soft or hard, doesn't matter. But just some kind of reboot that can help. And so, hopefully we can work towards that very quickly. I want to work towards it very quickly. But just things have been coming up. They have been coming up. If you haven't been to the stream earlier, I've been doing a lot of things, basically. I have not been streaming or making constant messages or posts because they're just too a lot. They're just too much. And so, there's that. Jesus, I'm trying to think. I'm like, my brain's freezing. Yeah, no, my brain is just 100% like freezing. Anyway. But is that all I have to say for today? This might be all I have to say for today. I swear there's gotta be more stuff I need to talk about or want to. But I guess my brain just decided error. Gotta delete and refresh the cache of my brain. Right, some of my ideas. So, remember when I said I'm gonna close the door and rebrand on Horse Girls? Here are some of the ideas that have never come to fruition that I really want to work hard on to bring to fruition. If I'm struggling so much with joining a VTuber group or agency, I want to make my own VTuber group. I want to make my own VTuber group, but I want the group to be as dedicated or passionate as me. Like, we may not be an agency, but who knows? Maybe if we do very good, we'll be like V Moy or something. Hi Java or Lava and Java. What's their name? Is it V Moy? No, it's not V Moy. What is that other group? There's this VTuber group that's gotten very popular of just 4 girls. They're super cute. But it just, these small VTuber groups and agencies that are popping up, I want to do something like that. Where I start as a group, and if we do good, we become an agency. I want to do something like that. But the people that I was proposing this to were not all for it. They did not approve of it. They were shutting it down. They kind of didn't like it. V Mirai? Not V for Mirai. It's like 4 girls. They used to be part of Production Kawaii. And they left to make their own VTuber group. And now Offkai Expo loves them. Or something like that. I'm not sure who they are. I don't remember. But basically, I want to do something like that. Make my own VTuber group. We stick together through thick and thin. We work really hard on our own stuff. Or we work really hard together even. And we achieve great things together. And I want to do that. I got that turned down multiple times. But now I really, really, really want to be headstrong. I want to be stubborn about it. I want that to come to fruition. I want the group to turn into an agency. People say I shouldn't do that. People say I won't have enough money for it. People say I won't have, I won't be ready for legal stuff about it. Well, I won't know until I try. So I want to go for that. But that's only if I can't join a group or agency already. Now, if there's already a group or agency established and I get invited to it, boom, bada bing, bada boom. That dream's that dream's accomplished. That milestone's accomplished. I'm in a group. I'm in an agency. Let's go. Let's progress from there. But for now, I'm going to be working on something like that. 2, I want to make more applications. I made applications before, but they didn't work because the people I worked for were not the best people. Or at least the people I was helping were not the best people. I want to make applications for editors, clippers, chat mods, and all that kind of stuff. I want to make applications for all that. Unfortunately, you guys, they won't get paid. Payment is not guaranteed. Again, it's a passion project. This is dependent on, are you willing to donate your time to this? This is a passion project. It's not going to be super intensive. But are you willing to spend a little bit of your time on me? Please. That's what these forums are going to be about. I need people willing to dedicate their time to helping me grow. I will be working to grow myself, but some things that I want to do, I can't do it by myself. And so I'm going to work hard on making Google Forms for that. I'm going to make Google Forms for that, helping me grow in various ways that you can. If any of you are interested, make sure to start making examples. Your examples do not have to be amazing or perfect, but please start making examples. Please start building a portfolio. It's not going to be you don't have to make it professional. There's no high expectations. But please, at least give me something to look at. Because I want to know who I'm working with. I want to know what your personality is like. Hopefully, no videos required. I'm not going to require a video. That's going to be optional. But at least pictures or a link to your portfolio. That's all I'm literally looking for. I also want to do the idea of hosting an event or concert that people are actually going to be interested in. Because I tried hosting events before to some of my friends. They didn't care. They were not interested in it. It was kind of weird. They want me to join them, but they won't join me. And I'm not talking about every friend, but like some of my friends that I showed my ideas to, they were just like, nah. But here's my idea. So, just kind of want the world to see what I can bring. And I want to share that with other people. And so, that's what I'm going to do. Right now, I'm going to focus on making those applications, though. I'm going to work on being consistent, fixing up my stuff, making applications. My YouTube with the fixing it. I'm going to be organizing certain videos. Like, for example, the Worry Cats ones down at the bottom. The MMD video. The horseback riding videos. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to redo all those the best way I can or make equivalents to them. And release them proper. You don't need a microphone. Microphones are not required for these applications. They are not. There is editing application, there's chat mod, and there's Clipper. They don't require microphones. They just require for you to be contactable and you willing to be able to do your job. So, that's literally it. It's either you take a moment of your time to take a snippet of my video, you take a moment of your time to make me a thumbnail, or you take a moment of your time to like put my stuff into like a video that you want and then upload it yourself. And that's literally it. Yeah, it's a passion project. You're not going to get paid for this, unfortunately. It's not guaranteed. Unless I become very big, like Fillion big, I have no money to give. Until I can make merch, I have no money to give. And I'm sorry. So all I ask is literally like, I don't know, 2 hours per week. That's honestly it. 2 hours per week or something. So, yeah, just 2 hours of your time of you doing your hobby or your job that you applied for per week. Yeah, right now I'm a horse girl. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing. Nice to meet you too, Yoanne. If I said that name right, I'm so sorry. Gomenasai, if I said your name wrong. But thank you. Yes. Watashi wa umatsune desu. I'm a horse girl. But aside from that, yeah. Yeah. Even, it's okay if people don't have time to work for it. It's literally entirely okay. I'm going to be pulling my own weight the best I can. Because that 2 hours is just you helping me. The rest of the week is me trying to do stuff. Yeah. Like I said, it's not required. It's only if you want to just do me a favor. It's literally your choice but I'm not gonna, I preferably don't want to wait like a month just for you to give me only one piece of work, respectfully. Like, I kind of depend on you to help me. And so, there just got to be something with that. So, just these applications will be, hey, you literally a minimum of 2 hours per week of you doing your hobby that you applied for in order to help me and you grow. Because I'm going to be properly crediting you and all that kind of stuff. But this is entirely your choice. If any in your application says you see this as unpaid labor, or you see that or you feel like you're required to do this, or this is not actually a hobby and you're just doing it just to do it, I'm probably not going to pick you because, like, that's not healthy. Only apply if you really want to and if you really enjoy it. See you! The stream is literally going to end soon anyway. So yeah, only do it if it's a hobby or if you're willing to turn it into a hobby. If you understand that you're gonna be getting benefit off of me growing as a content creator, and so you're gonna get secondhand growth as well, and then also understand that it's only 2 hours a week. It's only 2 hours a week. I don't know how many hours are in a week, but it's only 2 hours. That's all I'm asking for is just 2 hours a week. It is optional for you to do more than 2 hours. But the expected minimum is 2 hours a week of work. And so, yeah. I really hope maybe that might work. I hope people don't see me as entitled or expecting too much. So I'm not really sure yet. I say a lot. I'm saying a lot. I hate it when my mind goes faster than my mouth. Then after the applications, or while the applications are going on, drink water. How did you just... But yeah, while the application stuff is going on, I'll also be working on redoing the videos. The main target video I'm hoping on redoing right now is a Warrior Cats one. Any Warrior Cats, any Screecher Scenario, and any Genshin videos. I want to redo those first. Make them clean, make them proper, make them professional, or high quality, just all that. Hopefully it'll work. Which right now, I do believe Warrior Cats is like the most ready. It is the most ready to be redone. The only issue is that it's a role-playing game. It is a game where literally you do text. And so, unless you guys are willing to sit and read everything that I'm typing, it might not be okay for you guys. But, at the same time, you guys might like it. So I'm going to try it. Maybe I might do more text roleplay streams. I'm not sure. But let's see if it actually is worth it. Okay? We'll see if it's actually worth it. My favorite anime? So far, my favorite anime? I think I have 3. Soul Eater as number 1. Dungeon Meshi as number 2. And Ruby, RWBY, as number 3. Those are my top 3 favorite animes. Ruby Ice Queendom specifically for number 3. Yeah. Unfortunately, Munsune has really dropped hard. Ruby! Ruby mentioned! Honestly, you know, as someone who really loves voicing and role-playing as Ruby Rose, I don't like the Ruby Rose VTuber! But we don't really talk about it, so we're just gonna continue existing. In my opinion, Ruby Ice Queendom is like a cleaner version of Ruby. The idea was more fleshed out. It was proper. In my opinion, it was more professionally executed. It wasn't messy with story writing, in my opinion. And just everything felt nice, in my opinion. Just everything did. It was a quick little side story. Something that can be somewhat easily digestible. Yeah, 90% of Ice Queendom was original content. Yeah. But it was like, in my opinion, it was so clean. It was so clean. Yes, there was the typical jankiness of anime, of 2D anime. Like 2D anime budget. There we go. Yeah. No. I prefer the Indie Passion Project over when the company did it. I'm gonna be real. The death of the Indie Passion Project maker really hurt the franchise, in my opinion. Not in a way of Monty Oum would cry kind of thing, but more like the company had visions that weren't aligning with the maker of Ruby. And so that took Ruby for a very negative turn when the ideals did not line up. And as a story writer perspective, that's like a very big change. Instead of like sticking to what you've already seen, you kind of wanted to just slap your, like, it's kind of like if you want to like make a project, the project takes a hiatus, a new person takes ownership of the project, and they said, okay guys, we're restarting it. Forget all the progress we made, we're restarting it. And it's like, huh? But everything we worked so hard for, forget it. Restarting it. And so that's kind of how it feels. And so it kind of fell apart gradually. There's many issues that happened, and it just fell apart gradually. And so it's just more like a business issue. It's a business and content creation issue with those people. And I feel like making Ruby a VTuber was a very poor choice as well, in my opinion. Because in a way, it's trying to distract the people from the problem instead of actually properly fixing it. That's just how I feel about it. But I still love Ruby entirely. I love it. I love the cute little quirky girl that loves her hybrid weapons and depends on her big sister and loves her little chaos corgi that apparently is like a shooting ball of fire. But it really took a sour turn. It really did. And so, funny enough, remember when I said the Western girl concept for my VTuber rebrand? I was actually going to put some Ruby inspiration in it. I was also going to have a gun scythe on my model, or at least in my lore. I was going to do that. Because when I first started role-playing, it was with Kingdom Hearts. Then it became Ruby. Because I love using weapons as a way of making progress. But not just any kind of weapons. Melee weapons and magical weapons. Or enhanced weapons. I loved it! It was such a cool concept for me! I loved it. And so while role-playing with that concept, I realized how natural it felt. It felt kind of natural. To the point where I was even invited to a Ruby Dungeons and Dragons, like, tabletop homebrew. And I was technically the quote-unquote Ruby of the group. because I made a OC that was literally just a Ruby Rose reskin. I was literally the quote-unquote albino Japanese Ruby. Because that's all I knew. I was only on volume 3 when the Dungeons and Dragons campaign reached out to me, being like, "Hey, oops, sorry about that." It was like, "Hey, you know Ruby? I'm making a homebrew. You want to join it?" "Yeah, sure." And so I play with the gun scythe, not only in tabletop form, but then I took it to VR chat role playing, live action role playing. I had models or 3D avatars that held weapons like that. So I was able to learn how to quickly switch from scythe to gun to scythe, do ranged abilities, try and combo myself with them. I liked it. It felt so cool. And I kind of was debating on, if I don't do Sea Monster, maybe I could do a country girl with a gun scythe. And have that as part of my lore. I just don't know yet. I don't know yet. But I do know I don't want to combine them. But other than that, thank you for the stream! We're cutting close to time. Crow and Nora. I love Crow and Nora. Crow was like, I liked him. He was like the father figure. He may have been the uncle, but in my opinion, I think he's secretly Ruby's father. But that's just me. That's just me. We won't get into that kind of stuff. Otsukare! Arigato gozaimasu! Thank you! We will talk again some other time. And, I feel like this was on a good note. I really do feel like this entire stream was positive. Even though some of the messages were negative. Like, some of the topics were, like, kind of sad. But I had so much fun talking about them. I feel so comfortable. But yeah, starting from now, we're going to have 2-hour only streams again. No 4-hour. Because, you know, I'm very busy. I don't entirely have that much time. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can reach out to me on Party Dash. 100%. You can reach out to me on Party Dash. But, yeah. See you guys. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye-bye.
Bye.